In lane 6, gold medalist on the 4x200 freestyle relay, the 2015 World Championships from North Baltimore Aquatic Club, Sierra Runge. Lane 7, the gold medalist in the 800 freestyle, the 2015 Pan American Games, North Baltimore Aquatic Club, Sierra Schmidt. And in lane 8, a two-time Olympian, five-time World Championship team member for Team USA from the Bluefish Swim Club, Elizabeth Beisel. Women's 800 freestyle.
Katie Ledecky, the world record holder by a long shot. No one has ever swum within 6.5 seconds of her world record. She has 9 of the top 10 all-time performances in this event. Why is she so dominant? 6.5 seconds, Rowdy. That's ridiculous.
Well, she's obviously got an incredible feel for the water. She's got great tempo. She's a tall swimmer, but not huge. She's not a giant, but she just knows how to swim with such efficiency into and out of each wall, and she's just so good at keeping things, everything level as far as the emotional part. She's a very level-headed swimmer. Win or lose, you're going to get the same Katie Ledecky every time.
And she leads by nearly a second after 50 meters.
Well, she's got that incredible feel out front. She's so good at just maintaining that energy into and out of the walls. It really is something to behold. I've been around the sport a long time, Jim, and of course the highlights of Michael Phelps during his incredible run from 04 to 08 especially, the domination you saw there, but I don't think I've ever seen such domination from a single swimmer over the last 3 years especially, more than Katie Ledecky. It really is something to that you'll be able to tell your children and grandchildren 50 years from now, because I don't think you'll ever see it again.
After 100 meters, she was actually in front of world record pace. And now coming off the wall almost, well, 2 full body lengths plus a little bit more.
I said she was, what, 359 in the 400, 154 in the 200, 53.7 in the 100, which, by the way, would have won the Olympic trials for the United States back in 2012. So technically, if you think about it, at least over the last year, she's the best swimmer that the United States has in the 100, the 200, the 400, the 800, and the 1500. You have to go way back to Shirley Babashoff to see that kind of domination in all the freestyle. 101.4 there, good solid split.
She was the youngest Olympian in London, just barely 15 years of age, and everyone talked about the breakout performance. Did you expect greatness from her in 2012?
I remember watching her, and my good pal Mike Unger and I will never forget watching her in Charlotte, North Carolina. I had never heard of her. I really had never heard of her. It was May of 2012, about a month before the Olympic trials, and she went out there and won the 800. I'm going, who is this girl? Oh my gosh, that was pretty fast.
But those are the great moments in these Olympic sports, is when you discover these people and you see greatness almost from the very beginning. And, I mean, look, she's almost the only swimmer in frame, and we're 3 minutes in.
The only crime in all of this, and there she is just off that world record pace now, about a half a second. The only crime in all of this, Jim, is the fact that there's no 1500. And I'll say it until I'm blue in the face. It is so absolutely ridiculous that there's not a 1500 for women at the Olympic Games. And women swim the 800. And I've said this before. As a father of 4 daughters, I just think it's a crime that women are not allowed to swim the 1500. They run a marathon, for crying out loud, and yet they're not allowed to swim the 1500.
Is it simply based on that they think it's too difficult, that it's too taxing?
I hope not.
Yeah, because that's an outdated ideology.
I don't even think they think about it that way. I just think that it's an event that's become a tradition now at the Olympic Games, and until they change it, I'm still going to cry to the heavens that they should. But she's got this 800 well in hand
already. Katie Ledecky, lane 4.
Halfway point, she was 4:03.2. By the way, she negative split the 800 on her way to breaking that world record. So that's going to be very difficult.
And she is exactly on world record pace all the way to the 100th. Lotte Friese in 5 is second. Becca Mann a distant third in lane 3.
I said she negative split it. She almost negative, so she pretty much even split it. She was 4:03.2, 4:03.9. So she was very close as far as even splitting, and that's so difficult to do. And again, you mentioned earlier, you've got 3,000 people in this audience. They really need to start standing up and getting her involved in the race, because you can hear it now, can't you?
Yeah, they're starting to wake up now. They're seeing the time and they understand what's going on, that they might be witnessing some history. But look, she's all by herself, Rowdy. There's no rabbit, there's no pace.
How hard must that be?
Everything around her is stationary. How do you know how fast you're going?
I've asked her about it, and she said, you know what, I swim for myself. I swim with those blinders on, regardless of whether or not there's somebody next to me or not. 101.4 there.
In all these voices, would she be able to hear her coach?
I don't think she can hear her coach, no. But, you know, she might be able to take a peek at him every once in a while. I'm trying to look for Coach Gimmel right now. I don't see him over there on the side. But believe me, he's watching. and just a great fit. Bruce Gimmel is her coach there at Nation's Capital, and he's just perfect for Katie Ledecky. Very low-key like Katie, and doesn't get in her way.
Rowdy
always talks about
she was 3/10 ahead of world record pace. Now she's 7/10 ahead. She is gaining speed.
Well, you had a feeling that she was going to be on this. Whether she does it or not, I don't know, but I just love watching her swim. Can I tell you how much I love to watch Katie Ledecky swim, no matter what she does? 6:02, 6:03, unbelievable at the 600 mark, 6:06 flat.
4 lengths of the pool. Katie Ledecky might be out there alone, but she has 3,000 people pushing her along. 0.8 of a second in front of world record pace. Becca Mann second. Lotte Friese is third, but all eyes inside the Texas Swim Center on the lone swimmer in lane 4, Katie Ledecky, looking for yet another world record. She's broken the world record 10 times, 150 meters to go.
She's broken the 800 record 3 times now, almost a full second. One thing to think about, though, Jim, is the fact when she broke that world record in Kazan last summer, her last 100 was 59.1. So she's been 101s here consistently, but I like the way that she's actually picking up her pace to really attack this wall at the 700.
8:07.39 is the world record. Keep an eye on the clock. 100 meters.
She's a second and a half ahead of it. She could literally go 0.00 plus, and she could still break it. 101.3 there on that 100.
The crowd has picked up on it. They are urging her along. She still looks strong. You see any breakdown in the stroke?
Every single swimmer on the side of the pool. You can see them up there toward the top. They're getting her into it. And now she'll be able to breathe to the other side, and she'll have the whole crowd behind her. No break in her stroke at all. Her kick needs to go into it a little bit more coming off this 50. Feel the energy of the crowd and get this world record.
She's still more than a second in front of world record pace. Barring a major breakdown, Katie Ledecky is going to set another world record.
She just brought that kick in. Goodbye, world record.
20 meters to go. Here comes Katie Ledecky. The crowd's standing. They want to see history. Here comes Ledecky to the wall. 8:07.39. See you later. 8:06.68. Katie Ledecky, world record.
You know, she went the American record in the 1,000-yard freestyle a few weeks ago, and that was the fastest 1,000 in history, which would be the 5th fastest time in the country this year for men. And watch her come home and just smash her own world record. Now the 4th time she's broken it. They didn't speed that up.
She slapped
ladies
the wall.
and gentlemen. They
She
didn't
wanted
speed
it.
that up at the end. Even in slow motion, she's looking like, and she's going fast.
Well, seldom are you going to see a solo performer thrill a crowd like that. She was 25 meters in front of second place.
And get these splits, 4:03.2, 4:03.4. Her last 400 would have won a medal at the World Championships in the 400 freestyle. That's how utterly incredible she is.
There's the
The very
headline,
best.
8:06.68, a new world record, another world record for the great Katie Ledecky. Well, Katie, everybody here started picking up on it about halfway through. When did you think you had a chance at a brand new world record?
I kind of knew from the start if I put together a good swim and swim it the right way that I could have a pretty good swim. So thanks, Austin, for cheering me on and getting me there.
I know you don't think about splits until after you talk to Bruce, but what do you think you were out in at the 400? Well, if you took a wild guess.
4:02, 4:03, somewhere around there.
4:03.2, 4:03.4.
Nice.
Nice.
happy
Darn
with that.
right, it's nice. Unbelievable. What do you think about when you're out there by yourself? I know it's got to be really difficult sometimes to be out there all by yourself. What motivates you on a race like that?
I have my goals, and I just go into each race trying to get closer to those goals, and just try to get into a good race, get into my tempo, get into my good stroke, and hold it as long as I can.
Katie, before the race started, this crowd started to surge. They all moved forward. They were expecting something. You do this so often. Do you ever surprise yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always excited about it. I'm always, every race is different. Every world record has some sort of meaning, and I've had pretty good luck in Texas with the 800, so.
Come back again.
Yeah.
Nice work. Congratulations on the world
Way to
record.
go.
Thank
Katie.
you. Thanks.
Katie Ledecky wins it. What a way to close out the Arena Pro Swim Series at Austin. Special thanks to Mike Unger and Larry Herr from USA Swimming and my partner Rowdy Gaines. I'm Jim Watson saying so long from the University of Texas. Katie Ledecky, another world record